Coming up tonight, Myanmar's deposed leader Aung San Suu Kyi faces new accusations that she accepted illegal payments.
A recent spate of fake food panda orders has left riders frustrated and police looking into the problem.
And coming to a lift lobby near you one day, robot couriers that deliver your shopping. This is the Straits Times Newsnight. I'm Chao Suan.
Good evening, I'm Dylan Ng. Myanmar's military government has accused detained leader Aung San Suu Kyi of illegally receiving $600,000 and gold while in government.
Spokesman Brigadier General Zaw Min Tan told a news conference today that this had been verified. The allegations against Ms. Suu Kyi are the strongest yet by the military since it overthrew the country's elected government in a coup on February 1st. Other former leaders, including the president and several cabinet members, were also accused of engaging in corruption. They remain under house arrest.
In Yangon today, a funeral was held for Zaw Miet Lin, a member of Ms. Suu Kyi's National League for Democracy, who died in custody after he was arrested. Another NLD member was taken into custody earlier this week, with video showing a group of soldiers taking him from his home and shoving him into a vehicle.
And in a rare first-hand account, a Myanmar protester has described his ordeal while being detained. These pictures taken by his family show injuries on his back, neck and shoulders. The man described being beaten with belts, chains, bamboo sticks and batons, telling Reuters that he was one of about 60 people picked up by the police. He was later freed without explanation.
Chinese lawmakers have voted overwhelmingly to change Hong Kong's electoral system. 2,895 deputies at the National People's Congress passed the proposal with none voting against it and one abstaining. Following the vote, Hong Kong leader Carrie Lam pledged her staunch support and expressed sincere gratitude. It is the latest in a series of moves that has tightened Beijing's grip on Hong Kong. And in a setback, Hong Kong, a new COVID-19 outbreak at a gym has spread to international schools, other fitness centres as well as bank workers. According to local media, more than 240 people have been ordered into quarantine after 16 of the 22 new cases confirmed today were linked to the gym.
As for the COVID-19 situation here in Singapore, one new case was reported in the community today, among 8 new infections. The remaining 7 were imported and placed on stay-home notice when they arrived. And here's news that we're all waiting for. Personal and leisure travel will likely return from the second half of this year as borders reopen for tourists hungry to be free again. The director of the International Air Transport Association said in an interview with the Straits Times that IATA is already working with states to design and plan protocols and roadmaps for the reopening of borders.
Let's take a look at what's been trending on social media today. Food panda drivers might be used by loan sharks to carry out intentional harassment. It looks like a legitimate cash-on-delivery food order, but no one receives the order and the so-called customer cannot be contacted. Police told ST that the recent trend of food panda riders receiving prank orders is related to unlicensed moneylenders making use of food suppliers and food delivery service providers to harass debtors and cause annoyance to the debtors and members of the public.
Expecting a parcel or groceries, a robot could soon be coming your way. Singapore is trialling the use of autonomous robots to make deliveries in Punggol, paving the way for wider use of robot couriers for on-demand delivery services. The one-year trial, which began last month, will see 2 robots by a local company deliver parcels to lift lobbies of 7 HDB blocks at Waterway Woodcrest. About 700 households will be involved, and customers can choose when they want their items delivered, instead of having to follow a fixed schedule, allowing for more convenience and faster deliveries.
Going meat-free in Singapore is becoming easier and easier, with plant-based chicken brand Tyndall, the latest meatless option, to hit our shores. Shortly after making headlines for raising $10 million in a recent financing round, Singapore-based food tech company NextGen Foods will launch Tindo on March 18 across 11 restaurant brands. Its first product, an alternative to chicken thigh called Tindo Thigh, is made with 9 ingredients such as water, soy, coconut fat and the company's trademark magic ingredient Lippi, a blend of plant-based fats and flavor and sunflower oil.
As a non-meat eater, I, for one, can't wait to try this. Move over Hollywood, the stars have gone down under. George Clooney and Julia Roberts are the latest stars to feature in a movie shot in Australia, thanks to Australian government funding for big-budget films and the country's low exposure to the coronavirus pandemic. Clooney and Roberts' film Ticket to Paradise received a Queensland state grant of 6.4 million Australian dollars. Other stars to land in Australia in recent months for film and TV shoots include Matt Damon, Mark Wahlberg, Natalie Portman, Zac Efron, Idris Elba, Liam Neeson, Melissa McCarthy and Tom Hanks.
The end of an era, football fans left stunned as Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi were both dumped out of the Champions League round of 16, the first time since the 2004-2005 season. Messi had scored a stunning goal against Paris Saint-Germain before having a penalty saved as Barcelona failed in their attempt to produce a comeback against last season's finalists, who went through to the quarters 5-2 on aggregate. Ronaldo's error in extra time against a 10-man Porto proved decisive as Juventus were dumped out. A free kick from Porto's Sergio Oliveira had travelled through Ronaldo's legs, made worse as the 36-year-old had also turned his back on the ball. That sent Porto through on away goals.
Now, in case you missed it, seems like things have changed a bit since Roger Federer last took to court for a professional match. And the tennis great seemed to be rather confused about the new rules and regulations amid the COVID-19 pandemic.
I start the clock after announcing the score, okay? 25, yes. Good. So,
Really well grouped on the first serve.
I can leave it, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, there are definitely a few things he's going to have to get used to here.
Despite his confusion, the 39-year-old won his first match in over a year as he returned from injury to beat Dan Evans at the Qatar Open. The 20-time Grand Slam champion had undergone 2 knee surgeries last year. The Swiss is set to return to the court for the quarterfinals later tonight.
And that wraps up the Straits Times Newsnight. Do visit straitstimes.com to see more news and videos.
You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel by hitting the button below. Have a great evening and we'll see you tomorrow.